everyone, Megan Auman here from Designing an MBA. And today I want to talk to you about business planning. Now, when you hear the word business plan, you probably think of that scary document that no creative person wants to write and most people never look at again after they do. Well, that's not what I'm talking about here. When I think of business planning, I think of coming up with a plan or a strategy for the next year of your business. That's it, plain and simple. Where do I want to go with my business and how do I want to get there? So when I think of business planning, I like to do a month by month kind of looking at the whole calendar, the whole big picture approach to planning. And I basically do this by asking myself two questions. How much money do I want to make? And what do I need to do to get that money into my business? Now, the first one is really important. When it comes to goal setting for my business, there's really only one goal that I focus on, and that's how much money do I want to bring in? And that's because if you're running a business, as you know, as you've heard me say a lot of times, a business's job is to make a profit. That's your job as a business. So any other goal setting is secondary to that primary goal of how much money do I want to make in my business. So I like to think of how much money in terms of three questions. So first I look at how much money do I want to bring in for the year? And I look at both overall sales revenue and profit. So I know approximately how much it costs me to run my business each month. So I can then extrapolate and say, I need to bring in this much to pay for my bills and then this much money to kind of have profit. So I'll come up with a number. That's my yearly goal. From there, I'll break that down into how much money do I need to bring in a month and how much money do I need to bring in a week. And it seems really obvious, but I think not enough people do this. You don't actually sit down and think, how much money does my business really need to make on a yearly, on a monthly, and on a weekly basis. You could even break it down to a daily basis if you wanted. I find for a solopreneur, for a small business, daily is probably not necessary, but if you were running a bigger company, it might be. But I think just a weekly target is really good. So the first thing I do is I come up with these targets. Then this is where I sit down and I look at my calendar and I figure out how am I going to make this happen. So let's just say, for instance, that I've decided that I need to bring in $120,000 in the year. And I picked that on purpose, pretty simple math. So I'll sit down and I'll say, okay, well, in a month then I need to bring in $10,000 a month. So now I'll look at my calendar and figure out, what can I put into the pipeline? What can I do to get me $10,000 in each month? So I might look at January. Okay, what can I expect in January? What shows do I have? What can I expect from online sales? What can I expect from wholesale? In my business, what can I expect from, say, e-course signups? So I'll sit down and look at how much money do I think is going to come in and how close to or not close to my goal will I be? And then I have to figure out, okay, what do I need to make that happen? Do I need to do some extra marketing? What do I need to do to get to that number? And I'll sit down and I'll plan that out for the entire year. And this is such a really helpful exercise for me. I always look at the numbers from the year or two before so I can, kind of spot my trends. But it's really helpful for me to look at my calendar and say, okay, the last 2 years, July was a little light. What can I drop in this July? I did that this year. I was like, hey, what can I drop in? July's a little light. So I threw in a trunk show at a location I was already going to be at on vacation. So I always look at my year and try to figure out what's kind of going on. So if you have been averse to business planning before, I would really encourage you to sit down and think about how much money you need to bring in your business and how are you going to do it. And like I said, I love doing that, looking at the calendar. And I've got a really exciting giveaway for you guys today that I think could help you with that. So Laurel Smith from Laurel Denise contacted me about her 2012 planner, and I love this planner. I especially love this because last week all of the appointments in my calendar on my iPhone got deleted, so I'm kind of loving paper right now. But what I love is that she gives you monthly, weekly, and daily places to write your to-do list. So this could be the perfect tool for doing your annual business planning. I know it's something that I'm going to sit down and work with. So Laurel has really nicely agreed to give one away to one lucky Designing an MBA reader. So if you want to win one of Laurel's really great planners, all you need to do is leave a comment right below this video and share with us your favorite business planning or organization tip. If you haven't been quite a planner up until now, but you've got a great tip for organizing your schedule, you can share that too. So go ahead, leave a comment for a chance to win the planner. And also, if you haven't started thinking about your plan of attack for 2012, now is a great time to do that, because I know for me, sitting down and really planning out how much money I want to make and how am I going to get there is my secret to running a successful business. So until next time, this is Megan Auman from Designing an MBA saying thanks for watching.